More great news, and what's gearing up to be a Stadia hot summer is now upon us. See, as wow, Madden 22 will launch on Stadia day and date. It's SDO Daily, baby. This is a big one. Let's get into it.
Stay sick cause I follow my gut. They say I was pushing my luck. I'ma push me a matte all black truck. Oh, I'm not sorry.
What's up, people? What's up, people? What is up, people? It is your boy MM2K. Glad to be back off of a short hiatus for the SDO Daily on behalf of the Stadia Dosage platform. Can you do us a huge favor before we get into this one? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, rock those bells for notifications, please, so you know when we're dropping these doses. We appreciate all of y'all straight up. Y'all know the deal, y'all know the reason, and by now y'all should know the slogan. What is it? Say it with me. We are not too proud to ask. And on that vein, if you're watching this as a live premiere, and you want to get braggadocious in the chat, see what I gotta say, y'all. Or you got a question you want us to answer later, or you simply want to help out the platform, feel free to hit that super chat button below. It goes a long way to make this a better platform for you. All right, let's get into today's news. Very surprising that this is coming out already, but it's great to see because, again, this is just a perfect segue from the talks that we've had to have this week about us losing our lunch a little bit, maybe a little bit too soon as it relates to getting notification of the big ticket games that are coming to this young platform. We tried to caution going into E3, look, my friends, don't go too crazy if you don't see logos at E3. E3 is not a cloud platform place where you're going to see a whole bunch of logos for a 2% business shooting everywhere, all right? But a lot of us fell for the trap, right? But we did get a lot of good news from Ubisoft. Well, now another partner of the Stadia platform, a very good one at that as well, has now solidified that another great game is coming again to the platform, and it is dropping day and date. What game is that? You see it on the screen, Madden 22. All right, and in that vein of Madden 22, before we go into the Stadia particulars, let me show you something. All right, so this is one of the gridiron notes upon release of the reveal trailer that you just seen and some of the other stuff that is going on about this game. It reads as follows: game day happens here. Welcome to Madden 22, Madden NFL 22 rather. Everything you need to know about the official Madden NFL 22 reveal. Let's get into a little bit of it. It says, hey Madden fans, we wanted to officially welcome you to the Madden NFL 22 with our first edition of this season's Gridiron Notes. Gridiron Notes is a series of blogs where we will help you with up-to-date and keep you up to date rather on the latest EA Sports Madden NFL 22 news and happenings. We share deep dives on Madden NFL 22 features, title updates, ultimate team details, and other things over the next several months. Today, we're talking about the official unveiling of Madden NFL 22. We'll walk you through the game's brand new features and gameplay, our all-access schedule, and some first looks at this year's game via screens and all new trailers. We're pumped to give you a rundown of all of the latest and greatest. To kick things off, we have to start with the incredible powerhouse dual athlete cover featuring the GOATs of the NFL, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tom Brady, and Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. From NFL MVP awards, the Super Bowl champions, and the previous Madden cover stardom, Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes have both made NFL and Madden history. Congratulations to these two unbelievable athletes on the NFL 22 cover. Now let's get into the game. And things that they get into are returning franchise mode, the yard, face of the franchise in its title, this time United We Rise. Superstar KO is back again as well. Dynamic Game Day. And it says for Dynamic Game Day, this is the first time ever you can experience Dynamic Game Day, a new feature that will impact gameplay across every mode in this year's game, making the thrills and unpredictability of the NFL come to life. Next-gen stats, star-driven AI, and game day atmosphere, which we'll dive into later, further down in the article, make up Dynamic Game Day, combining the power of next-gen technology, real-world player data, and enhanced AI, helps deliver the most emotionally driven and interactive gameplay yet. And then there's a introduction of next-gen stats and so forth, the star-driven AI and everything that they talk about. It's a very long article, very insightful, and there's other notes on top of this as well. That tells you about the different versions and things like that and what to expect. I encourage you to go to EA.com games and then go to Madden NFL and check all this great stuff out, okay? But I particularly want to talk about the impact that this has on the Stadia platform. Madden NFL 21, surprisingly, after it dropped, was one of the cleanest, best looking, smoothest experiences yet on the Stadia platform. And I didn't expect that from EA. I know that there were some people that talked about experiencing some issues with Jedi Fallen Order, but for the most part, everybody loves the game on the platform. I think it's a good port. But people just were doubtful if EA would be fully behind Stadia. It's young, doesn't have a gazillion players, it always gets dogged out in the press, and EA has this mystique to them that they're only out for themselves and they don't do anything for the culture. That's what the mystique is. But over the last few months, we've kind of seen, regardless of what their entire mystique is, that they are behind cloud gaming and particularly behind Stadia. Like, I don't think outside of Apex Legends, and I could be wrong about this, but I don't think outside of Apex Legends, you can find any, if many, EA titles on any other cloud platform besides Stadia. Now, we know EA's been looking into their own. And then, when questioned and pressed about Stadia's downfalls, does it make you think differently about cloud gaming? The CEO pretty much told the interviewer, well, I play it. What about you? In so many words. It was a lovely thing to opine. So I know there were some murmurs earlier internally within the community about, is EA going to support Stadia? They have a couple more games in a formerly mentioned 5-game deal. Would they continue to support Stadia? I think the answer is yes. I think, and they're putting their money where their mouth is. They're putting their biggest franchises, which for EA, the biggest proven franchises over the last few years are Madden, right? FIFA, right? And as far as their action titles, it has been Jedi Fallen Order. A lot of their other stuff has fallen flat. Now, we know we got Battlefield 2042 coming up and it's drawing a lot of attention, but that's a multiplayer game. And it's kind of hard to put a multiplayer only game on Stadia and at reveal announce it to be day and date unless you got all your nooks and crannies in place, meaning you got to have crossplay. You know what I mean? I mean, regardless of what we talk about here at Stadia's growth, you got to have crossplay. This platform is still young. We know what it is. We know what it's designed to do, but we know what it is now. And it's not a platform with a gazillion people on it. That's okay. It's going to continue to grow. That's fine. With that being said, let's make sure that EA does this right before they bring something like Battlefield 2042 over. However, something like Madden can still be enjoyed, and let's hope that this time around they do enact some type of crossplay, because even though we're starting to see the community on Madden grow at significant levels, it still dwarfs other platforms. It's still dwarfed rather by other platforms, and you can get rid of that whole problem, that whole issue, by combining it with other platform play. So With that said, it's still a great thing for it to be coming to Stadia. Again, a small platform that is building and building significantly. It's great to see this type of support. One for the culture. You know what I'm saying? One that is definitely for the culture at this stage of the game. It's great to see this type of activity happening on the platform, especially during the summer. I think it's going to be a hot summer. I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. We told you on good authority, we've heard that Alphabet is, and Alphabet is doubled down on Stadia. They want the tools in the developers' hands. The people at Stadia are putting their heads down, putting their nose down. They're doing the hard work to get these games over. This is just another example of making sure not only if this was part of a deal that it continues to come, but it's day and date as well. If the last port is an indication, hopefully this new port will play fantastic rather as well. So I'm excited. And hopefully this will continue to bring more titles to the platform as well. With that said, that's it from your boy MM2K. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below, because like I always say, who cares what I think? But if you did like what I had to say, check out the links below to follow me. Those links will lead you to the Broadband Bullies, PNTS Network, Hard Knock Digital Culture, and yes, the Stadia Dosage. With all that said, we appreciate all of your support. You have a wonderful, wonderful gaming day. Peace.